Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and something a little bit different today. We have a first look at Age of Gladiators Reforged. Now, the creators were nice enough to send me a Steam code to get a little bit of early access to this, which is brilliant. Thank you very much. Now, I did play Age of Gladiators 2. You may remember if you've been with the channel for a while. I'll leave a little link up to that if you want to watch it. I don't know which side it is, but it's up there somewhere. And yeah, so very, very excited to see what this is about. I had such a good time playing the old one. So a little bit of a difference here. We can see you've got your sort of your portrait. You can choose a name, a background. So just for the sake of this, we will just do as is. Now, the basic goal of this is to try and get from a you're running a ludus or like a training camp for gladiators. You obviously get your gladiators in, you train them, you fight them, and you're trying to basically get enough prestige and reputation that you get to fight at the Colosseum in Rome. So you start off as sort of provincial Colosseums. Is that the word? Arenas is probably the word I'm looking for. And you sort of work your way up. Now, if we go and have a quick look here, we can see you get your gladiators. Now, if we can go click here and we can view them. Now, you can still customize the names, which is brilliant. So if you're angry with someone, name a gladiator after them, send them in the arena to get slaughtered, you'll feel better about yourself. Now, a couple of things that I do like about this. The artwork has obviously been a big improvement from Age of Gladiators 2. But this is actually a redo of the original Age of Gladiators. Now, I didn't play that. I've only played the second one, but certainly from the second one, that there is quite a bit of an update there on the way that things look. Now, you'll know if you're a regular on my channel, I play Football Manager, sort of a baseball manager game, out of the park baseball. But what I do like about this is you get the history of fights, once there's some fights there, an injury history, and then all their stats as well. Now, this is very detailed. It's very much it wouldn't be out of place, this sort of information on one of those sort of management games that I'm used to playing, sports management games. So it's very much, I would still consider this to be sort of, like a sports management game, albeit based back in 65 BC, but it has that feel to it. Now, another thing that I do like about this is that you have 39 points that you can acquire through experience, whether that be in the arena or training them back at base. 39 points you can assign. Now, you have 10 to aspire a special talent here. You need 10 points. So if you were to do, you couldn't even do all 4 of the special talents. So you really do have to develop your gladiator in a specific way. You can't just, the other one, you could kind of just do everything, and not do everything. It was the same way, but you could really have a well-rounded gladiator. Whereas I don't necessarily think that it's going to be the case in this one. You are going to have to decide which way you want them to go and develop them in that way. So yeah, that is very much very much an improvement, I think, on the other one. That you're going to have gladiators perhaps will be better to fight in different sort of fights against different sorts of opponents. So there's certainly going to be a lot of learning room there as well. Now, on top of that, you do still have you'll get the 39 points here, which you can assign to the different attributes. So stamina, strength, agility, reflexes, so on and so forth, all the way down. And then you've got your other things here: the hit damage, hit chance, block chance. So that's the percentage chance of them for hitting, like actually making contact with their opponent, blocking, and all these sorts of things. So this will all change as you upgrade them, and you can assign them to, you can assign points specifically to some of these as well. So you've got their preferred weapons as well. So no, to scroll through, actually, it's next, isn't it? And that will take you through to your next gladiator, and you can, same sort of thing, assign them all the attributes that you want. So you only have so much money to start with. If we go back here to stable, you can see here, this is sort of your base. So you can upgrade the base as well. So you can have more capacity for gladiators, food, you can feed them better, sleeping better, shelter better. So right now they're scavenging for food, sleeping on the floor out in the open. So it's not great, is it, really? And then you can fortify and put guards in. You can, as you play through, other luduses will come in and try and they'll rob you to take money and stuff like that. So there's a lot of little side quests as well that go on. You can repair your base as well. So for example, to upgrade the food, we can do that. Yes, it'll cost a certain amount. So 200 denarii, is it? I'm not sure what the finance is, what the actual thing is called, and the actual cost is there as well, cost of the next upgrade. So can you just keep going till you run out? No, I think you can only do so much at a time, so you can't just everything at one time, which is good because that's sort of unrealistic as well. So it's 20 days, I think that's what that is, isn't it? 20 days till the next upgrade is applied. So Slop is on its way, boys. Slop is on its way. So that's sort of this screen. You can also execute your gladiators they are technically slaves, or they are slaves, so you can do that, and it will save you money. As they fight, they will win money, and they'll have savings. So if you execute them, you get to keep their savings, which is just a little bit off for me personally. Or you can free the gladiator so they stop becoming a slave. They can go off and do whatever they want. And there is a backstory as well to each one. If we go, is it history? Yeah, the biography here, so you can see what they were originally, and why they are a gladiator basically. So you do get the backstory as well as sort of all the stats once they actually are in the arena as well. Now you do need to hire scouts to find other gladiators. Spoiler alert: gladiators will die. So that's and it can be a little bit dark at times. Of course gladiators can die, it's a gladiator game. You can hire trainers to train them, and that's one way that they will acquire their development points. Doctors to help heal them after they get injured. Sometimes they won't actually be killed in the arena, but they will pick up injuries that will need healing. And smiths to work on weapons and armor as well. So you will need these things. You can hire, and then you can manage them as well. You can see there the limits to what you can have. So yeah, that is all of that, and each one will have different things they're good at in terms of scouts, and then their cost as well. So it's going to be up to you exactly how you want to do things, but you will get new options for scouts as well every 30 days, or for staff, not just scouts. So that is that. Recruit, that is once you get scout reports, then this will come up here with a list of the gladiators that you can get. The market, so you buy weapons, you buy armor, and you can take out loans as well. You want to try and avoid it because you do have to pay interest on it. So yeah, it can be a little bit of a managing the finances game as well if you let things get out of hand. And the office, now this is sort of, think of it as your headquarters where you get all the information. So you can see here there's a lot of fights that are upcoming. You can scroll down and you can see that. Now Martis, I believe, is March. I don't really speak Latin or whatever language that is, or you can just skip to the end of the month. Now this is you as well. Now if we have a look here at the map, this is what I mean about how you want to try and ultimately get to Rome. So right now we're in Utica. We go down here to Leptis Magna if you get enough prestige. Then you go up to mainland Italy, and then if you've got there, you go over to Rome. So then you get your own personal stats for your gladiators as a whole, and the perks as well. So you'll get you can get a better chance of doing missions, gladiator levels up, I'm assuming going higher, better. So all that stuff is there as well, and you can get sponsors as well, which is good. That's new from the old one. And then over here, once you get up to the required amount of prestige, then you can go to the next city, and then the next fighting year you'll move on to the next one. So then you've got your journal here, which is just basically what has happened throughout time. So you can see that we've increased the food, and then it'll have your fight results and things like that as well. The ledger is obviously the finances, what you're paying for gladiators and all that kind of stuff as well. Then we go to, and then you can also do that lifetime, obviously. We've got our past, which we don't have yet. Our Hall of Fame. Now this is, it's always good to look back on because you get to see some of the old gladiators that have long been put in the ground. You can see there when guys that have been killed and their fighting histories and things like that. The bosses. These are the other owners of the luduses or ludi in the individual. In each city, is it? Yeah. So as I say, you will, as you get better, move up and fight at better and better levels. The rankings, this is for gladiators, so you can have in the current fight season, which is sort of a calendar year. This is just Utica as well, and then you can do all-time wins, losses, kills, and then sort of the Hall of Fame, ranking them all. 1 through to 20. So when you start getting guys in there, it does feel nice to do that. And then the mail is obviously your emails, which you can click up here to see as well. So that is all of that. Now you end turn, obviously, to go to the next turn. You can see that we've gained some morale, we've gained some training XP on these guys, and I believe it is now time to go and enter the arena. Now this is it is a massively hyped fight. Our first as boss as well. Let's get some sponsors in, and let's assign. We're going to be fighting a tiger, so let's send Sino in there, and let's see what he can do. Now, the one thing that I do find a little bit disappointing about this game is when you enter the arena, you don't actually go and into the arena and watch the fight. Now, I've spoken to the creators about this. This is sort of a to keep faith, I guess, with the original game where you didn't. This is how you did it, with sort of these text updates. You can obviously do different speeds. You can keep track of everything here and how the fight is going. Personally, I find it a little disappointing you can't go into the arena, but that is because I played Age of Gladiators 2. If you're a fan of the original game, then that's going to be, you're absolutely going to love it. If you're okay with this, again, it's a really, really good game. It really is, and we've won the fight as well. The tiger has been killed, so excellent job there, Mr. Sino. So we'll exit the arena, and the fight is concluded, and that is kind of that. So, and then you would just, you'd end turn and you go on to the next fight. You can see there that he's gained XP from training, XP from combat. He's going to be tied for 12 days, and he's gained 41 morale. And our other guy there is gaining from training, and he's also gaining morale. So yeah, that's how it works. It is, I say, a really, really good game. The one thing for me is the lack of going into the arena and actually sort of fight. Even if you didn't actually control the fight like you used to last time, tell them whether they're swinging the sword or whatever. Like I say, I would like to be able to still do that. If it doesn't bother you, if you're used to the old one, it's absolutely brilliant. Everything about it is a massive step up on Age of Gladiators 2. It's, for me, just the arena. Other than that, definitely worth a look if you like this sort of game. So, yeah, if you've enjoyed this, thumbs up, subscribe. If you let me know what you think of the game, if you played the original, if you played Age of Gladiators 2. Yeah, and I'll try and remember to put... We'll just look it up on Steam. Age of Gladiators Reforged. It'll pop up there for you. March 9th, I believe it comes out. And if you're looking for some more to watch on the channel, there's obviously the original Age of Gladiators 2 series I did way back in the day. I'm much thinner there as well, which is disappointing for me to see. Or there's some Football Manager content as well. Take care.